All right, this is not for you to copy down or anything else. This is just for me to remind myself everything I need to tell you about this, because this is the only day I'm going to go over it. Because from when I'm done talking about the nuts and bolts of the midterm, we are going full on 3 days, 3.5 days of review. All right. First, I'm going to ask you to take these next 3 days pretty seriously in terms of area. If you don't, I'm not trying to scare anybody. This is real. This is real life here. This is the honors geometry midterm. Okay, it's not like the Regents exam where all geometry kids, no matter what level you take the same Regents. This is an honors level geometry exam. All right, and it will live up to the words honors geometry. Okay, so just giving a heads up. You guys have your packets out. If you haven't written it down already, it's in Gym A. All right, Gym A. That is the one across from the auditorium. A week from today, 1 to 3. Your seat numbers are up on Aspen. Everyone take a look on Aspen right now, or look on Chromebook. Everyone see on our website, you have a midterm review folder. If you open up that folder, you see 2 seating charts, one for period 2, one for period 7. Okay? If you want to get a glimpse at it right now, wait till later, that's fine. All right, but all your seat numbers are right there where you're sitting in Gym A. Please do not walk into Gym A next Tuesday. I forgot my seat number. I don't care at that point. All right, I am in full midterm go mode. All right, making sure everyone's where they got to be and making sure you have your supplies. All right, do not ask me where you're sitting. Okay, it's up on Aspen. It'll be up on Aspen for the entire week. All right, if you are late, you don't get extra time. This is a 2-hour exam. It ends right at 3 o'clock, whether you show up at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. Okay, this is a 2-hour exam. It ends at 3 o'clock, whenever you show up. Okay, if you are absent because you're really sick or whatever, I think they do a makeup day. Okay, not really the best situation, but I think they do a makeup day. You still have to take it though. Okay, if you're absent. Going back, it is 2 hours. You do not get extra time. Plan your time wisely. Bring a watch. All right. I'll probably announce when there's an hour left, a half hour left, 15 minutes left. This test is designed for you to finish in 2 hours, but let's just say you didn't prepare that much. It's going to take you more than that. All right. Prepare your time wisely. Watch the time on the clocks. Okay. So you don't run over, because I need to collect your test at 3 o'clock. We all good there. Nobody's staying extra. All right. And the test is not designed for more than 2 hours. Review sessions. Those are up on Aspen. You see a little file that says midterm review times. The ones that really concern Saturday and Tuesday. Okay. I have other classes taking midterms on Thursday, so they have a couple more review sessions. But the Saturday 12 to 3, and whatever the time is for Tuesday before the exam. Those midterm review sessions are business only. It is not designed for a social hour for you and your buddies to come in and screw around. All right. It is designed for you to come in with questions or a quiet environment where you guys can sit down and study and do review questions. I am not up in the front of the room doing a song and dance. I'm there sitting with you guys answering your questions. Okay, so don't come in and think, oh, I'm going to be doing this topic, this topic. I'll sit down with you and talk about your individual topics, but that's about it. All right. Also, just a quick note, usually there's not, but this Friday there are late buses. All right. There will be a late bus on Friday if you want to stay after and review with me. All right. Supplies, format, go back to your midterm review packet. Let's go. Let's talk. What do you bring into the exam? And what am I not bringing to the exam as the teacher? Okay, pens, blue or black. I'll talk about why you need the pens in a second. You got pencils with erasers, your calculator. Make sure if it takes batteries, there's fresh ones in there, or if it's charged, it's fully charged. If you need to borrow a calculator from me, not a problem. You got to come to a review session though. That's my deal. Okay, and you got to do it before, obviously, the midterm. All right, I am bringing no extra calculators with me to the midterm. Compass, not bringing any extra compasses either. Okay, if you need me to tighten it beforehand, just let me know. That's not a big deal. Make sure you got your compass, some sort of straight edge with you. Of course, your A game and no whining, no excuses. All right. Night before, Monday night, might be a good idea. Take a Ziploc bag if you have any at home. Put all these supplies right in there so that they're nice and handy, one organized fashion. All right. Why do I need you to bring pens to the exam? The entire midterm is done in pen, except constructions and graphs. You can do those in pencil. Okay. The entire midterm is done in pen, except for any constructions or graphs. All right. Here's how the midterm will be set up. All right, so if you go to the next page, which says, well, I think it's the next page, which says the format, test format. Part 1, 16 multiple choice. You will have a bubble sheet already on your desk when you walk in that the part 1s are filled in. All right, you fill in the part 1s in pen for me. Okay, part 1 is done on a bubble sheet, which you will fill in pen for me. Part 2 are not multiple choice, but are 14 right or wrong. Take a look, everybody. You will be doing those right on here. Okay, this is for my other an old exam. You're going to be doing these right up on here. Everybody good? Okay, you're going to do those right here. Fill in your answers. They're right or wrong. Okay. Parts 3, Part 4, and Part 5 are all in the test booklet. All in pen, unless you're doing a what? Construction or graph. Okay. All are in pen unless you're doing a construction or graph. There's a total of 94 points. There's no curve. Absolutely not for honors geometry midterm. No curve. Whatever you get out of 94, that's your grade. All right. Everybody good with the test format? And I actually, I tell you, okay, part 5 is going to be 2 proofs. Part 4 is going to be 1 long question and a proof. 2 questions, 14, 16. All right. So you know what to expect. Questions from you guys there? If you want, you can add them up, but I believe there is 36 total questions. 36? 35? 36, yes. 36 total questions, yep. Okay. On your test, you will have a reference sheet, just like you did for the quiz yesterday, and you will have scrap graph paper, okay? We all put it in one packet, so you shouldn't have to ask for anything. Okay, reference sheet, scrap graph paper, all right, if you need it. Anything on the test format we want to go over, or supplies? Any questions there? All right, what other notes do I have? Supplies, show midterm, I did that. All right. People always ask, what should I study? How hard is it going to be? That midterm review packet I've given you, if you do it all, don't think you're set to go. Okay, I would definitely highly recommend, if you haven't thrown them out or recycled them, look back at your old tests and quizzes. All right, units 1 through 6. What mistakes did I do? Can I answer that question again? All right. One thing I do want to show you, if you still have Aspen open, I really do not want to waste time the next 3 days going over how to do constructions. Okay, they take like 5 to 10 minutes a piece. So instead, you should have a link on Aspen under the midterm review folder that says construction videos. Is that under there? Okay, that is a link to all the constructions we do through the entire year. So some of them don't apply. Okay, some of them don't apply when you go to the YouTube site. All right. If you're looking to figure out how to do an altitude of a triangle, go to the YouTube site, and myself and Miss Venezia put together a bunch of YouTube videos on step-by-step on how to do all these constructions. Okay, if you guys want to come to a review session, yes, I will sit down with you and do one with you, but I really don't have the time in class the next 3 days to spend 10 minutes to figure out how to do a median in a triangle. Okay, all right, we just don't have that time. All right, so you guys can go to the YouTube site on Aspen or ask me in a review session. Real quickly, just so you know how the midterm impacts your overall course grade. I just want to remind you how your overall course grade is calculated. All right, you got your quarter 1 grade, which you got your quarter 2 grade, which is already done. You're going to have your midterm grade. You're going to have quarter 3. You're going to have quarter 4, and then finally the Regents exam at the end of the year. Add all 6 grades up, divide by 6, and that's your overall course grade. So your midterm, yes, does count just as much as your quarter 1, quarter 2, 3, and 4 did. Okay? That's why I think it could bury you if you're not careful, unfortunately. All right, you know, you got your 90, you got your 95 in quarter 2, and then all of a sudden you didn't prepare as well as you needed to for the midterm, and boom, there's a 70 out of nowhere. All right. Results will be posted to Aspen just like tests and quizzes are. Please don't email me, what did I get? When the grades are ready, I will post them to Aspen, make them public, and you guys get a notification. And if you don't get notifications, you can go on yourself and check. All right, so just however you get your grades for tests and quizzes, that's how you're going to get your grade for the midterm. All right, you don't have to wait until the Monday we get back when I hand back the midterms. Okay? Anything there we got to go over, nuts and bolts wise. The only thing I'm going to go over that's not related to actual topics on the midterm, hopefully you're here tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday, because I'm going to go over clearing your calculator. All right, we're going to spend 3 days at the beginning of every class, the next 3 days, showing you how to clear your calculator, because you're going to have to do that. And I can't stop at every desk and do it because I have almost 100 kids in there taking the geometry midterm. So, okay. Anything you guys want to ask about the basics of the midterm? Format, supplies, anything at all in general? Yes. Gum and water, absolutely fine. Most of you guys are new to this whole midterm thing. You're going to have to leave all your bags outside Gym A. The only thing you can bring in are your supplies, water, gum, whatever. Okay. Cell phones you're going to have to leave on a desk inside Gym A with your name on it, on a piece of paper, all right? Because if your cell phone goes off, that's not a good thing. All right, not a good thing. Teddy, go. Actually, I think what they've done in the past, and hopefully they do, they have actual like a mini table for you to spread your stuff out, whatever you need to do. So I don't think that in the past that's what they've done, the mini tables. If not, yes, desks will be in there. Anything else? And then there'll be in the front, there'll be letters, and on the side wall, there'll be numbers so you can correspond with what row you're in, with what seat number you're in. Okay? Questions at all? Anything else? And if worse comes to worse, you do forget your seat number, look for other people in the class, and then look for your bubble sheet, which will have your name on it on your desk. Do not approach me. I'm the last guy in that room you want to approach about seat numbers. Okay? Anything else? Okay, so here's how this is going to go from now on, from the rest of the class, and we go right up to the bell, so don't please pack up early. Whatever questions, topics you have, if I think it's worthy, I'll go over it. If I don't think it's worthy, meaning don't waste your time studying it, I'll let you know. All right, we're not going to go over topics just to go over them. All right, we're going to go over the ones that we're going to need to definitely know going into this midterm. All right, so if you want to start asking about proofs, if you want to start asking about any topic whatsoever, units 1 through 6, that's what this time is dedicated to now. And again, unfortunately, we're going to have to deal with this screen, at least for this period. All right, it worked fine in homeroom, and now it looks like this 2 periods later. All right, so I'm going to open it up to you. Hopefully you saw in the midterm review packet that the answers to every unit are in the back. So it goes unit 1 answers, unit 2 answers. At the beginning of every unit, I put vocabulary terms you should be familiar with, theorems you should be familiar with, along with practice questions and textbook questions to do as well. All right, I can't tell you how many review questions are in there. All right, I have no idea, but there's 83 pages worth of stuff, so. All right, I think I'm ready to go. Maggie, you going to start this review off? Sure. Okay, you got to tell me a page here. Page 19. Page 19, number 6. Yes. Yep. Yep. Well, it depends what theory. Are you going to use complements of congruent angles or congruent? Then you need to tell me, because in the givens, You already have 1 and 3 complementary. So you do need to tell me before you use complements of congruent angles why 2 and 3 are complementary. Now, does it have to be that exact reason? No. But in your statements, you do need to say angle 2 is complementary to angle 3, and I'll be pretty flexible with the reason. All right? It doesn't have to be whatever's in there.
Well, I did say that angle 2 is complementary
Yep.
to angle 3, but in the answer, it said angle 2 and angle 3 add to 90 degrees.
It's saying it's complementary. That's fine.
But then it went on to say angle 2 is complementary.
Okay, yeah. I don't need both. Okay. No, I don't need both. All right, here we go. First question down. Anything else here? This is Dewey. Let's go. Number 9 on page 10. And again, guys, you can ask questions from the packet or just topics in general. Can you review this for me? What should I need to know for the midterm concerning this topic? Which number? Okay, two supplementary angles are in a ratio of 4 to 5. Let's stop right there. What do I always do if I have numbers in a ratio? Put it with x's, yep. So for this one right here, I'm going to say instead of 4, I'm going to say 4x. Instead of 5, I'm going to put 5x. And it says they're supplementary. So what did I do to the two? Add them together, set them equal to 180. Now this is a habit you need to break in the next week. A habit you need to break. 9x equals 180. X equals 20. You have to be disciplined next week to stop when you find the variable and say, did I answer the question? Instead of moving along to the next one, you have to stop yourself and say, did I answer the question? Because in this case, you did not. Because I was not looking for X, I was looking for the measure of each angle. So I need to go back, 4 times 20, plug it back in for X. So one angle should be 80 degrees. And then 5 times 20, the other angle should be 100 degrees. So 80 and 100 for both angles. Be disciplined for that one. Be disciplined. Maggie, go ahead.
Number 8, right above it.
Okay. The coordinates of the midpoint. Okay, so this is given the midpoint. Find the other endpoint. Okay, everyone, here you go. So let me just set this up correctly here. Coordinate of point A is -1, 6. The midpoint is in the middle, which is 5, 6. And I'm looking for the coordinate of B here. Okay, I showed you what was called the skip method. Remember, the midpoint is directly in between, in the middle of A and B. So if you're on the x-axis, everybody, if you're on the x-axis, okay, never mind. Got my signs mixed up. Let's change that up. Let's try this again. 1, -6. Okay, here you go. Ready? So if I'm on the x-axis and I go to 1 to 5, how many units did I travel? In which direction? I went right 4, so +4. So I got to, since that's directly in the middle, whatever I did to the left side, I got to do going to the right side. So add 4 again. Where am I on the x-axis? 9. And then I'll do the same down here. I went from -6 to 6. I went up 12 units. Yep, up 12. So +12. So go up 12 again. And I'm left at 18. 9, 18. If you are unsure that you did that correctly or not, you can always take point A and B and plug it into what? Midpoint formula and see if you come out with 5, 6. Okay, come out with 5, 6. Topics, other questions. Maggie, go ahead. Page 10, number 6. Okay, let's see. Page 10, number 6. DCF, okay. That's not what I wanted. Okay, let's see what we're working with. All right, well, that's 130. Those are, okay, so if that's 130, this is 130. Let's see. What are we? You're looking for part C? DCF 130 x minus 6. Let's see, how do I want to approach this one? Doesn't tell me it bisects, so I'm not going to assume those are the same. Let's see. DCF. All right, I'm going to find x. So I can, there's a bunch of different ways I can find x. I'm going to take 130 and add it to 2x minus 12 because I know that equals what, everyone? 180, they're a linear pair. So I'm going to say 2x, oh boy, plus, we got 118 equals 180. Just have to do the calculations here for me. 2x equals, what do I have there? 62, thank you. So x equals 31. Okay, so I can plug in 31 for x. All right, I can plug in 31 for x. So if I plug in 31 for x here, let's see, 2 times 31, that's 62. Was that minus or plus? Minus or plus? Minus, that should be 50 anyway, right? Everyone agrees that's 50? Good so far? X is still 31, so when I plug it up in here, is this plus or minus again, guys? Minus, so this will be what, 25? Now, this was 50, so this right here is a vertical angle with it. This angle right here, ACF, should also be 50. This part's 25, so the other part you're looking for in part C must be 25 as well if it's got to equal up to 50. Okay? So did it bisect? Yes, but I couldn't assume that at the beginning of the problem and never told me. Topics. We're really hitting unit 1 here strong. There's 6 total though. Do we? Okay, page 11, number 11. Plane A is parallel to plane B. Yep, they intersect in line M and intersects at line N. Got it. M and N are. Okay, this one we're going to have to do a little visualization, little physical demonstration. Okay, a little help here, Colin. Hold that plane for me, plane A for me. Jazz, you want to hold plane B above so they are parallel to each other. Good. I got a third plane that's going to intersect them. Okay, I've got a third plane that's going to intersect them. One point of, actually, you know what? Let's just put them right on here. Okay, I got the line that intersects here, we're calling line M, and the line that intersects it down here is called line N. No matter where I put plane C, guys, what am I going to know about those two lines right here? Are they ever going to intersect? No, if they're never going to intersect, what do I know about them then? They're parallel to each other. Thanks for your help, guys. Going to be parallel to each other. Hi, Dan. Whoa, now we're going deep. All right. Bye-bye, Unit 1. Oh, little partitions. Good question, Dan. Sure there might be a couple on there. That's definitely worthy of your studying. Anyone in particular, Dan?
Sure.
A, you got it. Okay, let's review partitions. Definitely going to be on there. I can guarantee that. A question or two. All right, here we go. Actually, can we pick something more than A, 1-to-1? That's just finding the midpoint. Okay, you got it. D, everybody. 5, -6, 4 to 5. Break it up in a ratio of 3 to 4. Oh, this is going to get nasty. We need some calcs out. I'm going to have to get mine in a second. All right, first thing, let's find the x-coordinate of the partition point. X-coordinate. Here we go. What's the starting x-coordinate? 5, and you're going to 4. You went one step, right? 1 unit. Okay, let's put -1. That's fine. We went backwards 1. And you have to divide that 1 unit into how many equal parts? 7. Yep, nasty. So I'm just going to leave it -1/7 because I really don't want to deal with sloppy decimals at this point. Okay, but to get to this partition point, you're just not going -1/7. You're doing it 3 times, right? So I need to take -1/7 and multiply it by 3, whatever that first number is in the partition. Now you go to your calculator. I'm glad we all have fraction templates. That tells me I got to move -3/7 from what starting point? 5. So I'm going to take 5 minus 3/7. And that'll tell me where I end up on my partition point. Okay? So thankfully, we all have calculators that can do this. Next time, I'm just going to ask you to leave because I don't have time for that stuff. And you especially don't have time for this stuff with this midterm. Got it? Not going to put up with it. Five minus 3/7. What do I come up with? What do I have? 32/7. Okay. That's where I end up. And then now we can do the same thing for the y coordinate. What's up, Meg? What do you have? Yeah, this is the same as, what do we got? 4 and 28, 4/7. Same thing. Think about it, a little less than 5, right? I'm not going that far. It should be a little less than 5. All right, y coordinate now. I'm going from -6 to what? 5. That's a total distance of what? 11. Woohoo, sorry. Got to divide that 11 by 7. I'll leave it like that. But still have to multiply it by 3 because you're going 3 times. So that tells me I'm going to move a total distance of 33/7 from what starting point? -6. So -6 plus 33/7. -9/7. Yeah. -9/7. So putting this all together now, my partition point is going to be 32/7, comma -9/7. Is it going to be that fraction heavy on the midterm? Probably not. But you definitely have to know the basics of how to find a partition point without a doubt. All right, I don't think it's that fraction heavy. Hopefully the numbers come out to be nice when you divide. Vincent. Everyone good here? Before I close up shop and go to page 27. Okay, what do you got for me, stud? Proof, here we go, number 5. Show the lines are parallel, RN and SP. All right, if I'm going to show those lines are parallel, I need a special pair of angles to be congruent. Does anybody see any special types of angles up here, if I prove congruent, would make the lines parallel? Specifically, I've labeled 1, 2, 3, and 4 for a reason. Take a look at those angles right there. Does anybody see any specific angles up there that said, hey, if they were congruent, because they're these, that would make my 2 lines parallel? Jasmine, what are they?
Angle MTN and angle LWS.
Okay, everyone take a look. Locate MTN. Everyone see it. Angle MTN. And locate angle SWL. What type of angles are those? Alternate exterior. And if you can prove them congruent, your lines will be parallel. All right, I don't need to finish this one for you, but take a look. 1 and 4 are congruent, 2 and 3 are congruent. What do I have to do to both? Add them up, substitution. Okay, so I can say angle 1 plus angle 2 equals 3 plus 4 by addition. And then I could say angle MTN is congruent to SWL by substitution. The lines are parallel. What would be my last step there? Why the lines are parallel? What would you write in the reasons column? Why the lines are parallel? Alternate exterior angles. No. Can't have alternate exterior imply. You need to tell me something about them. Alternate exterior angles congruent imply parallel lines. Yes. While we're on this topic here of proofs, how many are there's going to be 3 proofs on the midterm? Can we just go over the different types of proofs we've done? Because I'm not going to tell you what they are. All right, but I at least want you to be aware of all the different types of proofs, so you can say, well, this might be on it because we've done a ton of these and it was a pretty big topic during the first, what are we on? 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, during the first 5 months of school here. All right, so can we just do that? We just went over parallel lines, right? Parallel line proofs, okay. Other types? Big types here. Okay, indirect. Ooh, yeah, there's some there. I believe it's Unit 5. We put some practice ones in there. Quadrilateral proofs, huge this year. We're missing a huge one still. Yeah, congruent triangles. Now that includes CPCTC. All right, that includes, when I say congruent triangles, that includes CPCTC. Any others here we're missing? Okay, similar we have, but not on the midterm though. Coordinate proof, there we go. There's another huge one. You graph it, use distance, midpoint, slope. Yep. How many proofs are on there? They're already up here. There you go. All right, I got 5. 3 of them are going to be those proofs. All right, I'm not going to say anything else. Okay, not going to say anything else. All right. There is, I don't mind telling you. You guys are the ones that are going to have to prepare for it. Where's the format? There's the format. One proof, one question. That one question is going to be a pretty darn big construction I'm going to have you do. Okay, it's going to be a construction, that other question in part 4. Okay, it's going to be an involved construction. 1 of 2 that you're going to have to do for me, by the way. 1 of 2 constructions I'm going to have you do. I'm not going to tell you where the other one pops up, but 1 of 2 constructions there. Okay, I'm after school the rest of the week. First review session on Saturday. Keep bringing your questions tomorrow. Questions or topics. I'll go over anything you want, and if it's not on the midterm, I'll let you know.